then I'm hitting record. So I mean, we're sitting here talking. It's like, hello, by the way, welcome to the Forever DMs Star Wars Hunters podcast. But
we're gonna need y'all to hold up for just a second. We got some shit to talk about before we get going. So welcome to the conversation. Also, Bill had to hit this record button at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, fuck it. I was like, okay, we're just gonna hit it. It's like, fuck it, we'll do it live. I mean, we missed some good shit.
Here lately, it's been fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball.
That's right.
I've been listening to the podcast Dungeons and Daddies lately.
That's such a good name.
So every single episode starts off with them like talking a little bit about their characters, and it always devolves into them just talking so much stupid shit before they ever even get around to playing. Every single time.
Okay,
sorry, I wasn't aware that you were allowed to do anything else.
I mean, valid.
Okay, but
they just put it on their podcast though.
How many? You gotta think about it. With a name like Dungeons and Daddies, how many times people go to their podcast disappointed it's not about BDSM?
Oh, so their explanation at the beginning is, welcome to Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast.
Of course.
Sometimes Dragons podcast.
Sometimes a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. That's great.
It's good to see that we're on brand to other D&D podcasts now.
Well, that's the reason I tell people, it's like, you want to listen to a game that's very close to tabletop, listen to ours, because we will just segue into different conversations as we're playing the game and then come back to the game.
True facts.
So on that note, as here, I'll hit the we're automatically back on the station.
Well, there we go.
We
should probably pull that up.
Very professional, Derek. Very professional.
How do we things again?
As we last left off on the podcast, the party having finally put Pliz in his place. Wow, that was a tongue twister.
Yeah, I don't know that I like that.
He's in his place.
For us, we were pleased to do so.
And he put Pliz in his place and then pissed off.
Did indeed piss on Pliz in his place.
Which in turn pissed Pliz off.
So
it did piss Pliz off.
Turning Pliz in for the bounty with Nar Shaddaa, having him picked up, the party spent several days refitting and working on the ship, only to figure out that a couple of the key features they wanted to add to the Bad Baby was, well, the parts were not readily available on I was about to say Oberon Station. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Omega Station. It should have been Oberon Station. That would have been cool. Anyways, so with the party, the equipment that they wanted to add to the Bad Baby not being present, Ludo met with them and pointed out a possible location for them to receive said items. Another station on the other side of the other station on the other side of Lantilles, a twin platform such as Omega Station, as several of them spaced themselves around this ring around Lantilles, it being a orbital shipyard, had just received a Gozanti Imperial style freighter. Ludo, speaking that he needed a part from that freighter as well, highly suggested the party perform a heist.
He didn't say those words though.
He suggested criminal activity.
Very cautious to not.
So we will pick up right where we left off. You guys standing in front of the view screen, looking at with Ludo. Now, as I was saying, this Gozanti class freighter doesn't look like it has any TIE fighters on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're not there. They could be running patrols. You know how the Imperials are. They usually double up on everything. But I do have something that can help you out. And he looks over into his workbench and he starts digging through. He pulls open one of those tool drawers, and the drawer is just filled with wires, nuts, bolts, Allen wrenches, like just everything that's been tossed into this, as he starts rummaging through it. And eventually he pulls out a little chain, almost a keychain like dangly, with like a couple of ID tags on it. He goes, "Oh yeah, I kept them. Here we go." He looks at you, he goes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, I got 4. All right. These used to belong to some help I had. These are credentials that'll get you to work on other stations.
What's happened to the others?
We don't want to talk about that.
Maybe I do.
Fine. He opens one, he picks one up, and he like pulls it up like a key. He goes, "This was Blibbo. He his suit didn't have the radiation shielding he needed, and he got a little bit too close to an idling thruster on a ship. This is Kelix. He pissed off an Imperial guard. This is Dines, and Dine. Well, what can I say about Dine? Something fell on his head, and he's still alive, but he ain't all there. And this was Javal's. Javal got married, then cheated on his wife, and she killed him.
Does he like his wife?
Oh god! I love that you answered.
He liked her for at least a little while. So he holds out the keys. He says, they got identities on them. I might not have reported them as being dead to the droid mine for a while for reasons.
Iris.
Yeah, sure. But these are IDs, plain open, and they'll allow you to
I lean in.
What?
Say, wait. And I lean into Tuli's ear, question mark. Are we pirates now?
Always have been.
Sweet. As an eye patch.
But it just looks like an eye patch that someone, like a kid, would make out of construction paper and twine.
100%. It will probably deteriorate in moments.
Yeah. It's like one of those cheesy eye patches you get like at a cheap birthday party with that thin white elastic.
I love it.
So
Are these, you told us the stories of who these belong to. Are they connected to a database that would say what they look like?
that's the best part about these work visas. They're just attached to names. This is during the, you gotta realize, Lantilles, we worked on our own during the Old Republic. We got a certain way of doing things. Yeah, the Empire came in and they put in some of their rules, but when you come to these old droid mines, yeah, I mean, not to be redundant, but they got a mind of their own. Each station being independent as it is. But the one thing they share is these. These will get you on the other station. The thing is, you got to look the part, though. You can't go over there looking like some like B team of mercenaries, like trying to take over the ship or whatever you're doing. You need to go over there. You need to look the part. I got some coveralls, and he looks at Tuli. Not big enough for you. I got some Jawa-sized ones, so what here would be okay, but
I'm good.
Are they at least cover halves? I'll take whatever.
I don't think
Don't
it
have
one. I don't know.
the
One of
other
them will
ones.
cover your leg.
Shin guard.
Yeah, but
Look, I'm imagining you don't have anything on my size, but it's a mechanics, so it shouldn't be an issue.
if you can sell it, that's fine. I just here. This
Picks up the smallest one there and just hangs it on your droid.
right now we're partners. You need those parts. I need a part from that ship. You get over there. You can use these to get onto the ship. They're gonna need workers. The droid mind over there should recognize these, and they should let you in.
How do we get there? Do we have to take our ship?
I wouldn't take that ship yet.
Don't like the way you said should.
I'll tell you what. I can let you borrow a shuttle.
Ooh! And I flip open LAD and connect to the station and verify that my Imperial ISB credentials are still logged in the system.
Well, with this droid mind on this station, they are.
Sweet.
I can give you a shuttle. It's just a shuttle hopper that gets you from station to station. That has no hyperdrive, but it's what a work crew would be showing up on.
Oh, would you suggest we get these things back? These aren't small pieces of equipment.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Some of them are pretty small. The threat detector that you want, that's actually smaller than you think. And a fuel additive converter, which I need, that's about this big. And he holds his hands out to show like a foot. The threat detector, that's just going to be a hookup. It's going to be a module that's going to connect underneath the console, underneath your ship, that just goes to your scanners. The problem,
The cannon.
that's the problem. However, all these shuttles, especially the one you're being sent with, it's got a tractor beam.
Why don't we just take their ship?
I wouldn't suggest that.
I look at Tuli.
As long as it can't be tracked back here.
Yeah, you're going with my credentials. They will be tracked back to me.
Yeah, in general, I would normally not have a problem stealing that whole ship from the Imperials, but in this situation, I don't think it's viable.
Were we supposed to go somewhere?
Yeah, but see, the way I think of it is, we can't do the job we were hired to do properly without these pieces, and so we can't
These are
go
the
there.
Detector.
Okay, fine.
Well, whatever
The cannons we wanted.
whatever else you want
don't
on that
really
ship,
need
as long
it.
as you can figure out a way to take it, it's up to you. It's a smorgasbord of Imperial equipment. Doesn't mean it's the top of the line stuff, but it's Imperial.
I can take it apart.
But I'll get you over there. I'll provide the IDs. Everything else is going to be up to you guys.
What was the name of the system you needed? A fuel additive? What?
I need a additive fuel converter. You're going to find it in the engine room. If he knows how to take those ships apart, he'll know where to find one.
Do I know where?
Roll me a tech.
Or do I?
If you want to help Watt, you can. Watt's the one that in his background he actually worked on Imperial ships.
Can I roll with advantage?
If Shug helps you, yeah, I'll let you roll with advantage. If Shug doesn't help you, I'm gonna let Watt's ADHD make you roll a normal roll.
No, it's all right. I got you. I rolled a 20 with a facelift, so I imagine that's enough.
All right, and I'm gonna focus for a little bit.
Oof.
Yep, I know exactly where it is.
What did you roll? Jesus.
A 10
with
advantage and a D4. I rolled a 10.
Good God. It takes you a minute, and like Shug helping, having.
Oh no, one of those was a nat 1. So the high is a 4, so 10.
Yep. So with Shug helping, having to snap his fingers, get Watt the focus, it takes a second, but yeah, he's right. You have seen additive fuel converters, and they are in the engine room. You might be able to find the part if you're in there.
I say it confidently.
Of course.
What is nothing? Not sure what he's confident about.
Valid.
All right, so I helped. So we're partners in this. How about that? We're partners. I'll stay over.
I don't know about that. So what exactly are we getting out of this deal?
The deal is
We get to kill Imperials.
It seems to me like we're
there's no
taking an
killing.
awful lot of risk.
There's no killing here. The deal is that what else you owe me gets scrubbed if you bring me the part I need. And what else you owe me is the installation of these parts. So basically, if you go get the parts you need and you go get the parts I need and any other extra bips and bobbles that you want to grab over there in the Imperial ship is all yours. You bring me the part I need, I'll install these last two pieces for your ship gratis.
So the,
All right, well, we're gonna need the-
8,000 we would owe him and the installation of the new ships all is a wash for getting him this piece. Shit, that's a better deal than I realized we were getting.
Oh yeah.
Tisk is doing the calculation on 8,000 credits worth of explosives right now and is liking the way that sounds.
Yeah, I think that's all right, but we're gonna need those pit droids to come with us.
But what do you need my droids for?
What you're asking a real ship? You expect the four of us to do it on our own? We need those droids.
I didn't say take the ship apart. You get the parts you need. You don't have to strip the entire ship.
Yeah, you guys don't know anything about ships? Look at them. They're just muscle. I like
Point at Watt accidentally.
I'm like poking Tisk in the leg.
Well, that's
Distracted and is back to like looking at a like fiddling with a freaking like grenade of some sort.
Yeah.
Nah. Like as you poke him, he's like
See, he's proved my point. No focus.
to click a beep and it like gets tucked away again.
What about Balboa? Can we?
who's Balboa?
Oh, we're already. That's our new R2 droid.
I do R2 droid. Yep.
Balboa's already our ride or die. Like we're all good.
You know,
But also, what's his name doesn't need to know about Balboa.
I had confidence in this plan. Telling you guys this, the more I talk to you, the more I'm losing confidence in this.
What do you want the pots or not?
I do need that part.
I hop down off Tuli's shoulder and I walk over, and where he's sitting there, I place my hand on his knee, like where
So-
somebody would place their hand on somebody's shoulder, but like he's
The
way
knee-
taller than I am, even though he's sitting.
The knee you burned.
Yeah, 100%. I place my hand on his knee and say, "Don't worry about it. We got this."
That doesn't give me more confidence. That actually scares me a little bit more that he's the one that thinks it's gonna work out.
Well, it's gonna work out as long as we have those droids.
All right, you take.
You want us to look like a legitimate work crew? We're gonna have some droids with us.
I'll give you 2.
How many are there?
There's, I think I said 4 to begin with.
All right, but I get to pick which two.
All right, you got you got P1 through 4.
All right, well, which ones do you want?
I'm gonna ask them to stand at attention for a moment, and I'm gonna walk back and forth like I'm inspecting them on a parade field. And
Alexander is following you.
Alexander is absolutely following me, and he's the menacing sergeant.
So
he gets in their faces.
So when you call out attention, all of them kind of look at each other, very confused. Like you see the pip droids, their eyes are turning, they're looking at each other like.
But then Alexander calls them to attention.
Roll an intimidation from Alexander.
All right.
I'm curious to see what happens.
Well, his charisma is a 6. So
What is what?
can I roll it? What's that?
What is what?
Watt's charisma is a 10.
Okay.
So we'll just roll using Watt. Alexander has succeeded a ton of intimidation rolls just because he's a menace. But so Watt is gonna roll this normal roll, see what happens. Yep, got a 4. I think I'm as intimidating as shit.
Okay, so you look at them and it's like, stand at attention, and all of them kind of look at each other, but what Watt doesn't see is that behind Watt, Ludo looks at him and kind of rolls his eyes. He goes and gestures with his hand, and as he does, instantly Watt believes that he has called these droids to attention as they stand and their nozzles are up, and sure enough, you see all of them. They have basically a spray stencil on their chests, and they are P1 through 4.
Oh, they're all getting renamed. Who among you is prepared to march into the breach for the mission? No, it's a cannon. We have to get inside the breach to remove the cannon.
All the droids kind of look at each other.
Okay, you and you, and I pick 3 and 4, and that's where I leave it.
They look at each other, and they actually kind of look a little frightened as P1 and 2 just turn and walk away, and their robotic shoulders slunch a little bit as they start walking towards you. P3 and 4.
Yes, they need new names, gentlemen.
P3N15.
I'm sad how quickly I figured that out.
My brain is
I don't know,
slow, but
I don't know
yes.
if that was my brain translating or if that was just me knowing you very well.
Sorry.
I figured it out halfway through it. Halfway through it, I was like, yep, this is happening.
Please don't name one penis. I'm sorry. You're welcome to. I don't care.
No, Watt names them who. One of them's name is Lafayette, and the other one's name is Hercules.
All right, fantastic. Hold on. And you see him, he reaches in and shuffling through the drawers again. He finally pulls out like an old, almost covered entirely out of oil comm link. Pulls it, it's like the classic like C-3PO had in New Hope. He pulls it up to his mouth. He's like, all right, this is Ludo. Can you assign me a worker shuttle? Send it over to my bay? Yeah, ASAP. All right, and he hangs up. Yeah, the shuttle's on the way, guys. You need to get dressed or do whatever you're gonna do.
Watt is dressed. He lives in workers' coveralls, so he's ready to go.
Tisk takes a few minutes to work into one of the overalls, finds a few like tools and whatnot to put on a belt, finds a pouch that Ludo has around somewhere, and hides his charges in there. I still haven't made any more like full-on grenades, but the like
I gave you one back.
you did give me one back. I appreciate that. But my like class feature charges are all I'm trying to sneak on with me, not like everything.
Okay.
Have we had time? A little retcon moment here. Have we had time to gather medical?
How many medical supplies?
I don't know how much money we got, boss.
We got paid last time. Hang on. I'm pretty sure I put them on my sheet.
I sure as hell
Didn't we argue to them 18k? 17k was what we made on it. We technically owe Ludo 8k right now, but if we manage to pull this off, then we don't owe Ludo 8k.
Right.
So
Yes, I have 17,000 credits.
we have 9,000 credits to play with outside of covering if we didn't do this job.
I also, for the record, Gabe, have 150 credits worth of droid parts if you need those for whatever reason.
Oh, me too.
Okay, cool.
I've got a lot of droid pieces in my inventory, but there was prime droid parts. I have
With the same.
prime droid parts.
Probably the same thing.
I'm sure at some point Watt would have found where Tisk has like stored various things as well, and there is, or at least was at one point, unless Watt has made off with it, a Trade Federation droid head sitting around as well. I don't know if that's worth anything at this point, but it's there.
I forgot you guys took the head.
Which Trade Federation droid head?
That was like the big, the like
This-
droid mind.
The tactics droid that you guys found on
tactics
Braga.
droid. I'm gonna fix that name.
Oh, I remember that.
Tactics droid. Yeah. I kept it just as a trophy. I have no idea if there's anything functional or worthwhile out of it, but I'm sure Watt would have found it at some point.
Honestly, that might have some That might have some information in there that we could use, but who knows?
I'm trying to look it up.
I pointed out because Tisk wouldn't really know if it's worth anything. So
Right, yeah.
Was a biochemist kit that is it med packs. Okay, I'm gonna say you find a spare biomedics kit, like a full kit.
The biochemist kit is what allows me to make the med packs.
Yeah.
I need the medical supplies, and I have the biochemist kit, but I burned up all our medical supplies last time I made stuff. So I've got a med pack left, and I think Derek's got one as well, or Shug's got one.
I do.
I think I actually have one as well. I didn't never use it. Yeah, I have a med pack.
Watt takes it.
Okay, I'll say it this way. Looking at the cost list, I'll let you guys choose. I'll say you found at least 1,000 credits worth of medical supplies.
Sweet. I'll take care of that.
Given the fact that you guys have been in the station for several days before this event right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are sneaking a weapon onto the shuttle, I need stealth checks or whatever skill you're going to use to determine how you're going to conceal a weapon. If your weapon says holdout on it, like if it's a holdout blaster, you get advantage in trying to conceal it.
I think I already get advantage trying to conceal mine because
I
it's
think
a
you do
wrist
too.
blaster.
So, I don't carry a weapon. I have a dagger, but it's like a personal use kind of thing, not a weapon. So I imagine they'd let me keep my pocket knife, but it's just in amongst my like hip belt of tools kind of thing. It's there for cutting wires and stuff. But I would like to use my tech check to assist Thule so that he can bring his hammer. And I'm gonna spice this up by saying, because I have been tooling with his hammer, giggity, so much on the trip from one planet to another, and I've enhanced it a couple of times, I know how to break it down into its component parts so that it can be just brought over.
So there is a mod, a weapons mod, that I have written down as one of the things I'd like to add to this hammer at some point, and it's called a collapsible frame, which allows me to take this two-handed weapon and sneak it into things by collapsing it down into itself, almost like a telescopic frame. So if you want to look into that and see if that's something Watt could do, great. If not, Thule is going to just walk on with it and very casually say, with a intimidation check more than anything else, of last job had womp rats, which is accurate.
Yeah, that's not a lie, actually.
So
I think what Tisk would be doing in this would actually be, rather than trying to hide additional like explosives and whatnot, I would be breaking down my demolitions kit in like inside of toolboxes and things along those lines, so that like I have all of the pieces of my demolitions kit with me just to utilize that in various form and fashion should it be needed.
Okay, so you're basically breaking it down to where you still have it, but it's split up enough to make it look like it's not the purpose of it.
Right. Like I'm taking tools that I use for that, and I'm like things that look like kind of like spanners I'm putting in the toolbox next to the spanners, that kind of thing. It's kind of shifting the individual pieces around so that I still have that on me.
All right, so give me a tech check. What skill did you want to use, Tisk?
I'll go with stealth.
Okay.
Man, I cannot roll above a fucking 10 on my die. 14 total.
Okay.
18 for Tisk.
And Shug, what was your verdict?
So I get to roll, because I have the disguised feature, I get to roll deception, and I get advantage.
Okay.
First roll's a 16. Okay, so total 23.
All right, so by the time that this shuttle has shown up, which it's very similar to the shuttle that you guys stole under the Undercity, except a little smaller, as it flies into the one-way force barrier that is in this shop. As it lands in the open area of the shop, you guys are able to conceal Thule's hammer, making it look like just a regular piece of construction tools hanging from his belt. You're able to conceal the wrist blaster, and Tisk, you're able to hide your demolitions kit. Well, you guys don't You guys don't really look the part, but I guess that's just the best we can do right now.
Watt is spinning a Hydra spanner like a pistol.
So to add to looking the part, Thule has taken his backpack with all of his explosives, his Desert set, his demolitions kit, and his carbine, and left it all in the pack, or all in the barracks. So he has grabbed a tool belt from one of these guys and strapped it around his bicep. Because I assume that Thule's bicep is about the size of this guy's waist, if not a little bit bigger. And he has taken his grappling hook, his chronometer, his fusion cutter, and his glow rods, and stuck it into the tool belt to make it look more the part. The only thing that really stands out at this point is the hammer and a hidden vibro knuckler that he has up his sleeve.
Is a vibro knuckler just for
it-
private times?
It is. Thule uses it to rub one out. No, it is his backup weapon. If they didn't let him take his, if he is ever without his hammer, he will always have the vibro knuckler. It is essentially just brass knuckles as a vibro weapon.
That's
It has the hidden property and allows for advantage on saves to conceal.
That's scary because we're playing with severing or amputation rules with vibro weapons. You can cut an arm off with knuckles.
He punched his dick off. Ooh! It's a team 4-star Dragon Ball Z abridged. Why does he keep punching me in the dick?
He punched me in the dick. Why does he keep punching me in the dick?
The team 4-star made me love Vegeta so much more.
Poor Vegeta. Such a misunderstood character.
All right. Well, good luck. I'll help.
We'll be back
No.
with a whole shuttle.
I'll stay on.
Yeah.
I'll stay on comms with you guys. I'll help where I can, but there ain't much I can do here.
I feel like in Watt's head, this whole mission is to exterminate the entire crew and steal the shuttle.
You 100%.
Everything he told us not to do, Watt's like, yep, doing it, got it.
Doing it well.
That's right. The shuttle represents Queens and what was raised out in Brooklyn. I think that's how the next line goes. I haven't listened to that song in a long time.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Getting
Stealing
on
a
the
shuttle.
shuttle. We're not stealing the shuttle, Watt.
Watt has already stolen the shuttle. Now, yeah, we're headed over.
Is
So
this
is
like a
that
shuttle
Watt-
that is like piloted by us, or is it like
Yeah.
they're taking us over there?
No. You once you're on here, you have control. It's been brought here by remote control, but I said it's very similar to the shuttle that you guys took from the Undercity. The one that Thule crashed.
Hey, it was ungracefully landed. There was no crashing.
An unscheduled land.
So we have Thule, Tisk, Watt, Shug, and Alexander, and Balboa, and 4 more droids on top of that.
Two.
No, Balboa is staying behind to
I don't think we got all 4 of them.
No, we got 2 pit droids. We got
Okay.
Hercules and Lafayette.
Okay.
And I have modified, since this is over the course of a couple of weeks and whatnot, or a couple of days, and we talked to him about this job. I'm going to spend a long rest and modify Alexander so that all of his weapons are concealed. So I'm going to remove the grenade launcher modification, and it just makes him look like a briefcase, basically. But I'm just going to say he's a pit droid, rather.
Okay.
His weaponry is so no grenade launcher right now, but he still has his blaster and his vibroblade, but they are concealed. He does have 2 heads though, and I will not change that.
So Thule, going through these work credentials, dibs on Blibbo and takes for himself, leaving you all Kelwig, Dines, and Javales.
Just
I'll take Kelly.
Just goes to grab Kelwig as Watt like snacks it, just doesn't even look and just grabs the next one. So what were the other 2 names?
And Javales.
Because it probably makes the least sense for me to be able to say this because I probably can barely pronounce it. I'll take Javales.
Can you even say that name in the Tisk accent?
What does that leave me with?
Dines.
Okay, got it.
Tisk like picks it up while you take Dines and is just like trying to say Javali. And it's just like there's just gnashing of teeth and growling that's happening.
Hey, buddy. How about this? How about this one? I'm holding up
Should have
Dines.
started as I walk off with Javali.
In your
What could
native
possibly
tongue,
go
I'm sure
wrong?
it's pronounced differently.
In a native tongue, his name is Old Stink Eye.
God damn it.
So Thule, also knowing Dosh, is attempting to help Tisk through this. And it's like, also, so Tisk.
Tisk has made it to like there being clicks involved in some fashion.
I just feel like the whole shuttle ride, Tisk and Thule are in the corner snarling at each other, and there's gnashing of teeth, and it looks like we're fighting. But we're really just trying to pronounce Javales.
Like, you've ever seen two dogs that are like play fighting, but they sound like they're trying to kill each other? That's pretty much what's happening in the back of the shuttle right now.
All right, so who's piloting the shuttle?
What is?
You mean Tells.
Yep. I'm gonna fly us over there calmly and gently.
Watt can do things calmly and gently.
Yeah, Watt gets behind the pilot seat and suddenly he's
Wash.
a leaf on the wind.
I love that.
Give me a pilot check.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna roll like a 1.
Can
And
Thule,
I am gonna say I'm really concentrating on this and I'm focusing. I have rolled a 5 on every single check.
Thule could use his body weight similarly to what he's done before to help Watt shift from the back of the carrier, since that's where we're arguing.
Oh man, I'm done
It's
rolling
still
dice,
12.
man.
It's not like a dog shit roll.
I am. Yeah, I mean, I still have all of my bonuses. It's a 12 total, but
Yeah.
I am refreshing this page because I've rolled a 5 on almost every roll I've made tonight.
All right, with a 12, what's going in? It's not a straight line. He's kind of jauntily going back and forth, but you know, I mean, he's not finding
He's humming to himself.
he's not finding turbulence in space, which would probably be a bad thing. So as you get about halfway to the station in the distance, as you see the little pings on the radar, as the flight plan was installed into the shuttle as you guys are going, eventually you hear a robotic voice. Omega Shuttle, you are inbound on Oberon Station. Hey, we came back to that. You're inbound on Oberon Station. What is your designation?
Man, am I the one at the controls here?
You are Thule.
I don't know.
and
What is the
Titzer in the back.
like, pilot? Yeah, I was gonna say, what is the
the shuttle would have it. Did you say designation or destination?
What is your designation?
I'm gonna call back our designation.
What, already? You're a work crew, damn it.
Hello, Omega Station. We're a work crew sent over to help on the ship that needs help.
Dead air, eventually.
Deadass.
You're coming from Omega Station? This is Oberon Station. I don't document a work crew being sent or work request being sent to Omega Station. Do you have a work order number?
We're fine. How are you? I'm just looking at Shug blankly.
So that's what I was about to ask. Like, what is the cockpit situation? Is this like just Watt, or is there room? Is there a co-pilot seat?
Well, being similar to the one that's underground, you remember when Thule was here, all Thule could fit here. You and Watt, you guys got room to spare. You could twirl a cane.
Look, Oberon Station. All I know is there's an Imperial ship that needs maintenance, and we were requested. So what do you want from me?
Who requested you?
The Imperials on the ship that needs the maintenance.
What skill do you want to roll?
I'm tugging on your sleeve, which probably like pulls your whole droid down a little bit.
I mute.
You have a specialist.
For what?
And I just point as the Gozanti start Imperial.
So I unmute. Let's specialist on board. They know the ins and outs of the Gozantium freighter right there. I just trying to show up for work. I'm gonna roll deception.
Okay.
Okay, it's a 16 on the die. I get a +6, so that is a 22.
22. All right, so eventually he's like, the Imperials contacted Omega Station themselves. They didn't come through us. I told them they have to go through. Oh, that's just like them. They think they own everything.
Are we speaking to the droid mind of this station?
You don't know.
Not all, but yeah, we could.
It was referenced that there was a droid mind on this one as well, though.
Okay.
All right, fine. All right. You can land on the workers' docks. Okay. About that time, the comm shuts off, and you hear, even though it's the vacuum of space and it's the Star Wars universe, you hear the screech and the roar of a TIE fighter as it passes right in front of you.
How was that? Was that okay? I don't know.
Mic cut out.
Yeah.
Sad.
So, thank you.
You do hear the screech and the roar. You pass by the shuttle bay, where obviously the tail fin, the ass end of the Gozanti shuttle, is poking out of the force field. But it's a large bay as the entire Gozanti shuttle is parked inside. You can see movement inside the hangar as people are walking underneath the ship as you are flying towards the workers' dock, which is being pinged on the heads-up display inside the shuttle.
So I'm given. Watt has gotten up and left the controls at this point. Now that Shug's there, and now he has given the pit droids their marching orders, and they're there to stay close and defend us with their lives should we come under enemy fire.
All right, so
Sorry about that.
eventually, as the shuttle's coming in unpiloted because Watt walked away, Shug, before you can call out to him, eventually you see the station takes an auto control over the ship and kind of guides it in to the workers' docks. As eventually it lands, this is a open air dock that obviously is kept from the vacuum of space by force fields that are intact. As several crews look around as your unscheduled landing of this Omega Station shuttle. Eventually, a human male comes up to you, to the outside of your ship, kind of knocks on the door. Young gentleman in coveralls.
Yeah, well, what do you want?
It gestures for you to open the door.
Fine, we open the door.
Hey, the door opens. He immediately steps in. As soon as the door opens and touches down on the metal tarmac, he comes up with a data pad. Yeah, you're the Omega Station guys? They said the Imperials called for you?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, how long are you gonna be here?
Do we have any idea how long this is gonna take? Like, just like physical, like mechanics wise?
You gotta get in, you gotta find the parts. How long do you want to tell them?
I'm trying to figure out. Like, is this like or is this like a?
Watt question, I think, based on background. So I'd like to.
All right.
Sure.
You guys are watching this happen in real time.
Yeah, I'll watch
I'm
it.
so sorry, man.
You want to switch to real dice, you can.
I want to throw my computer out. Yeah, Watt is
All right.
tooling with the droids.
All right, so let me see if I can figure this out. Then, can I make a tech check to see if
Yeah.
I know how long this would take?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not great. 15.
With a 15, if you were actually doing the job that you're sitting here to do instead of actually, stealing shit, it might take a day or so. But you're literally going in and just taking parts. If there's no hangups, you can probably get this done in a couple hours. If there's no hangups.
So, and he asked me what? He asked me how long we're going to be on the station. Man, you know how it is. We're going to go into this Imperial ship, and if it's well maintained, then we can be in and out within the day. But if it's a shit show, then we'll be here for a day or two.
All right, he looks at you and he kind of sighs, rubs the back of his head, looking at the data pad. All right, you got a comm link because you're okay to park here for at least a couple hours, but if we need your shuttle moved, can we move it?
You got any issue with that? I ask what.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move it.
Okay, I think I'll move it over there if we need to, unless you want to move it over there now, because that space is going to be free for at least half a day.
Oh, why don't you just say
okay.
that? Let's move it.
No,
Let's move it right now.
because I usually get yelled at when I ask anybody to do that. Once they park, they don't want to move.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, it's not.
You're
I'm not being anxious. I just don't want to bother anybody.
You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Oh, you're also nice.
That was a personal me roll that I was doing an over/under on.
All right. Well, okay. Well,
Hits a corner, but is managing to do so quietly to not sound aggressive towards the person asking questions at the door.
right. So as you guys are going to move the shuttle, he kind of stops and looks, and you see 3 stormtroopers with a 4th in tow walking through the workers area like they're on a patrol. The 4th stormtrooper is in jet black armor.
Uh-oh.
Do we know what that means?
Everybody knows what that means.
Getting someone at light.
We're talking opening of Rogue One. So yeah,
Special forces.
yeah. These are Generation 1 Death Troopers, with the ones that still have people in the armor.
So this is like what, like the Green Beret of stormtroopers kind
Yeah, it's one walking with a patrol. So it's a good indication that this is not your ordinary freighter, maybe.
of? Well, shit.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Hey, so wait, is the dock worker still there?
Yeah, he's kind of eyeing the stormtroopers.
Hey, so what do you know about this ship we're about to walk onto?
He kind of watches until the soldiers are walking away. He's like, I don't know. It's fitting they called you guys, because they kind of came in and they're just acting like they own the place, even though the Empire doesn't own the Antilles anymore. We're kind of neutral.
Sounds like Imperials to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you got? What do you got? Droid mine?
Yeah,
Run by a droid mine?
yeah. All the stations run by a droid mine. You knew?
Not all of them.
Oh, well, yeah. This one is. Droid mine here is awful nice though, but we never had a problem. But no, this
There was a hut running the place for a while.
no, we ain't heard about that. That's kind of bad. Everybody okay?
Yeah, it was It was awful. No, but the hut's gone, so now it's fine.
Oh,
The
okay.
toothy snarl from the back. Not anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, no, if you're asking about the Imperials just come in, do their thing. They said they needed a refit, that they were leaving Coruscant or something, and their hyperdrive was malfunctioned. They had a backup hyperdrive. But anyways, they're having a hyperdrive malfunction. They showed up here, and they needed a little bit of work done.
That's why they requested the specialist. That's this one.
You pointed what? He's the
Yeah,
specialist?
I know.
Well, no. As soon as they landed, just all these stormtroopers started coming out, and they just started walking all over the station, asking everybody a bunch of questions. It's like the old days all over again here.
What are they asking?
What's been going on in the station? Has anybody seen any, New Republic offices? When was the last time the New Republic was here? If Lantilles has signed the articles or anything like that. Like, they're still asking about our neutrality, which, as far as I know, the Lantilles isn't going to sign the articles. I mean, we did okay. My grandfather told me it was all right under the old Republic, but I don't know.
Well, I'm sure that an entirely alien crew of people working on the ship.
Yeah, I thought that was kind
Actually,
of
gonna,
weird.
like, roll my eyes.
I thought that was kind of weird too, but you guys seem to know what you're doing, especially if they called you.
Yeah, that must be it.
All right, well, they're in Bay 2. It's one of the larger bays. It's not on the other side of the station. It's about a click away from here, so it's not far. Just follow the ring, keep going left, and eventually you'll see it. And you'll see the more stormtroopers you see, you'll see them. I haven't been in the bay yet.
Before I sign off with this guy, remind me, how are we getting the pieces or the parts from the Imperial ship onto the shuttle?
It is up to you
You said
guys.
something about a tractor beam.
Well, no.
The shuttle is equipped with a tractor, but so like if we want the big piece, which is the thermite cannon, then we're gonna have to figure out something craftier with getting a large thing, decoupled from that ship and probably tractor beaming it away. Somehow managed to be unseen.
Basically, it's up to you.
The other pieces are however we can get them off, because they're small enough that we could probably reasonably like cart them off in some way.
A couple questions. So if we need to do some work on the outside and we need to use the shuttle, and what are the protocols for that?
Oh, you should be linked up to your shuttle. You should be able to call it if you need to. Well, that's the reason we leave it in these bays, so it just take off.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's not different from station to station. Okay, and then what about like a fuck, I can't think of the word. You know those big you order for construction
Container.
Yeah, like a container, like trash container. Like if we were like had to like, what do I get one of those?
Oh, one of those. Each hangar has its own little like refuse tube. Goes to a trash compactor.
Yeah, but like let's say that use the pots later, so we want to like keep it intact.
You need an equipment skid.
Yeah.
I can get you. Yeah, if you need to sign one of those out. Yeah, I can get you one.
Yeah, sounds good.
You think you're gonna have to take out
Give
the
me one,
whole?
please.
You think you're gonna have to take out the whole hyperdrive?
Look, they're Imperials. I just want to make sure we're doing a good job here.
All right. All right. Yeah, give me your work visa. I'll go sign you out one.
My work visa is the one that says the Dines on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, he says, Dines. Oh, okay. I think I've heard of you. You're the Dines that you play Pazak all the time over here, right?
I'm on Oberon Station for me.
Oh, it might be another Dines. All right. Yeah, I think they said he was a tall guy. You're not that tall. All right, I'll be right back, buddy. And he walks off, leaving you alone.
All right, fairly smoothly.
Well, once he walks off and the stormtrooper patrol walks past, Thule glances down at Watt and mumbles to everybody, "Not killing anyone is going to be difficult."
Watt is staring daggers at the stormtroopers.
Oh, they gone.
So just to get the mind going, the only dark armored purge troopers from the
Okay, these
Fallen Order.
these are not purge troopers.
Okay.
These are
and these are significantly later in the timeline then as well.
yeah, kind of. These are the I don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay, I will copy pasta. Hold on, one second. These are the dark suited, dark armored individual troopers that usually accompany high-ranking officials within the Empire.
Is the Inquisition still a thing at this point in time? Like, I guess they're no longer don't exist anymore.
At this time, anything is up in the air when it comes to the Empire because they had just surrendered on Coruscant, and they're kind of in a like Battle of Jakku's over. Everybody would have known about it. The articles have been signed. The Empire has officially retreated to the Inner Rim, to the few planets that are left under Imperial rule. Like, they're given a section of space, and so the people that the Empire that you guys witness out are either traveling there as refugees in a way, or they're part of a Imperial remnant that is not recognizing the orders, the articles at all.
Okay.
Which is what you guys are hunting.
Also, seems like this right now probably fits that bill.
Maybe, possibly, but that's what you guys are told by whoever the individual going by the name of Axis is that hired you. In a way, that he's getting names of the Imperial officers that have ran or are ignoring the articles or refuse to sign them, because those are the ones that have been branded war criminals by Mon Mothma. So with that being said, eventually you hear the sound of a repulsor lift as the kid comes pushing back this cart, very similar to the one that you had that Tisk filled with explosives in the Undercity.
That tracks.
This is the biggest one I can find. Hopefully this is a good size.
Does it look? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna hold a cannon, but
It's not. This is not for the cannon. This is for everything else.
yeah. Here you go. And he hands. He's like, "This is signed out under your name. Just make sure you come back here and you sign it back in. If not, they're gonna contact Omega Station. You're gonna be filed the debt."
Understood.
Yeah. Oh, it was a pleasure meeting you guys. What'd you say? Your name's Dines?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you, Dines. It was good working with you. If you need anything, just give us a call. You need your ship.
You got it.
You need
What was your name?
You need your ship fueled or anything while you're gone? And
Yeah, you can fuel it up if you want.
Auror. That's my name. Auror.
What, you just.
Auror. People call me Auror.
Do you roar?
No, not really. I heard that all my life. It's a family name.
Or what? Confused.
All right. If you need anything, just give us a call. And he walks off of his data pad.
Thank you.
You guys are standing near the shuttle as Auror walks away, leaving you with the skid they left behind. So far, you've seen one Imperial patrol, 3 stormtroopers and a Death Trooper walking through the workers' dock. What are you doing?
So Thule, just as casually as can be, slings his electro hammer across his back and steps out looking very similar to the heavy work he's used to. He is prepared to do some heavy work here too.
Tisk follows suit, strolling out, coming up to the skid, mans that to move it on its way. Turns back around towards Watt and Shug. Where to, boss?
Well, you still got that Imperial data pad.
What?
Do you you want to make it look like some Imperial orders sent us here? Can you do that?
That. Sure. That question mark to try to do the thing.
It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're not gonna sit there and read the document. Hopefully,
All right, with your
just at first glance.
with your history, you know what Imperial work orders look like.
Pull up Photoshop, move some stuff around.
I mean, it's basically if they scroll to that, they're gonna find Watt is ISP special agent, right?
Yeah,
And then we're gonna have to bluff our asses off it and then sell it.
you use the Star Wars equivalent of GIMP, simp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I bother? Question on that.
All right,
There we
Okay.
go.
With the guidance, a total of 16.
total of 16. Okay. So, messing around on your data pad, you've seen Imperial work orders before. Most of the time, if they're from higher ups, they don't even deal with signing them. If it looks official enough, it can scare a lower ranking peon. You're pretty confident in what you've created.
Why do they want to be peoned?
Don't kink shame the Imperials.
That's
Not my thing, but
Like my showers, like my toilets. Sorry.
Star Wars Hunters, sometimes a BDSM podcast.
No. All right. So, okay, the party.
SB stands for BDSM.
I have made the work order.
All right. So with the work order in hand, the party moving down the round rotund around the station, you're heading towards you are passing large hangar doors, much larger than what you saw on Omega Station. It seems like Oberon Station is made to equip and refit much larger ships than what Omega Station is. Eventually, you start seeing heavier Imperial presence as you start going through. There's people walking from area to area. Obviously, a lot of work crews. You see a lot of people in flight suits, in jumpsuits, carrying various different tools, working on people with similar skids as the one that you are moving pieces, heavier pieces of equipment, being stopped and harassed by Imperial stormtroopers. You've heard Lantilles was under Imperial control during the Galactic Civil War. From the way things look now and the shock on the faces of the people that are not used to this anymore, it seems like the Empire is in control again, as this simple Imperial shuttle that has landed to possibly get fixed and refitted has taken over the station in a small way. Eventually, moving down further, you do see a rather large squad of stormtroopers. You see about 6 with a gray-suited individual, obviously a member of some type of flight crew. The officer-style hat, code cylinders in his pocket as he stands there looking at data pads, speaking to people as they walk through. As you get closer, his eyes turn on you.
I just keep walking towards the ship.
Yeah, unless Shug gives us instructions to do anything else, Thule is not paying attention to anything except
the door
getting on this ship.
The door to the hangar is open. As you see past it, you see the Gozanti shuttle. Get you guys a good view. You see the Gozanti shuttle just inside the hangar bay. As the Imperial stormtroopers kind of close themselves off, blocking the door a little bit, as this officer steps up and holds up a hand. Excuse me.
God, you made him sound pompous already. I love it.
2 words.
It's the emphasis on the syllables that does it. Does he stop one of us
Yeah,
in
does he-
particular?
Nah,
Just
he's-
in front of our whole party?
He stands in front of the skid and stops all of you. As you're not getting past the stormtroopers as they kind of make a little blanket line in front. Are you the work crew that we have requested from Oberon Station?
We're not from. We got the request right here.
He holds his hand out.
Let's see how it holds up.
Do you hand it to him?
Yeah.
All right.
As he's looking at it, I'm like, "Hey, can we move this along? We told there's a lot of work that needs to be done."
As this is happening, Watt just kind of starts mumbling. It's definitely loud enough that other people can hear. And he's rattling off specs as if he's reading off a manual on a Gozanti freighter. He is reaching deep back into his savant idiot mind here and just talking about the hyperdrive in this ship.
Oh, the specialist, move this along, my friend.
He looks over your credentials. He's thumbing through, scrolling up. Just a second. He pulls his lapel up. Lieutenant, can you come up here? We have a group of aliens that are attempting to board our shuttle.
They were requested to board the shuttle.
They do have documentation. Very quickly, a person dressed very similar in kind of a lightish grayer outfit walks up. Can you not handle this on your own? They obviously are a work crew. Here, give me that. And
Listen, Lieutenant, I told him that we've got a lot of work to do. Just hope you can speed this along.
He grabs the data pad from the other individual and looks it over. These credentials do seem like the up and up, but as you can see, and let this be a lesson to you, since this is your first deployment, these lower aliens are fantastic for manual labor such as this. The Lerman itself over
this
there.
guy's gonna die.
The Lerman itself, there is an entire colony dedicated to these small creatures, giving them purpose to work on Imperial labor ships. And Zelans are made for this type of work. This is a good crew to help with our hyperdrive. Where are you
This
from?
guy's, who's the
Lantilles.
Do what?
I said
Who's he?
Lantilles.
Lantilles. Very good. It was very sad when we lost the Imperial. We lost the control of Lantilles. It is going to be a wound that's going to take the Empire a long time to recover from.
Well, I don't know anything about that, sir, but I know a lot about Freitas, so whenever you can let us through.
Oh, fine. Part the way for the workforce, please. Give them run of the ship. You and Zelen. What is your name?
Dines.
Dines. Yes. If you don't mind, the hyperdrive, it is acting a little finicky since we left Coruscant. Just make sure it's working and up to Imperial specs, and watch the Trandoshan, if you don't mind.
Well, listen, this is a specialist here. Do you want us to take a look at the rest of the ship? I'm sure we can find a lot of inefficiencies and optimize power for you.
We don't have much time, but yes, if you can do a quick look-see over the ship, that would be much appreciated. Thank you. It's nice to see some Imperial hospitality from people from such a primitive planet now.
Listen, I just take pride in my work, sir.
Let them on board.
Murmurs more to the group than to these guys. As do we all. As do we all. And you see him like very gently, kind of trying to soothe Watt a little bit as the bristles on the back of Watt's head are up. And Thule's like trying to soothe them back down a little bit.
So the first, go ahead.
Very, very, very much in a like Ocean's 11 moment of like, I prepared these lines, I will say it, god damn it, moment.
Oh no.
We're moving fast. Tisk looks at this lieutenant straight in the eyes and just growls out.
You got noise canceled, man.
Oh, that sucks. And just growling out his attempt at Givrali. And then just continues.
Yeah, that's right. That's our mate Givrali. Come on, bud.
That was well said, buddy. And Thule pats you on your shoulder.
I'm like, yes, that is your name. Nice job. Which the Imperial would think is totally normal because he just fucking just anyway.
As you guys are walking away.
I also like to take a moment to point out, Tisk is not stupid.
No, I'm well aware.
Tisk has Int is Tisk's second highest stat. So this was purely a moment as an opportunity to growl at an Imperial official.
Yes.
Under the guise of what we're doing.
Absolutely.
As you guys are leaving, you see this Imperial lieutenant looks and he says, "Now see, it's a shame that these species are left to their own devices without the guidance of the Empire to give them purpose."
Yeah, this guy's dying.
I feel like they're forcefully moving people forward at this point.
Yeah, the hand on the shoulder of Tisk has continued to shove Tisk forward a couple different times as Tisk has stopped at these words. Thule has just continued to push Tisk along.
Words can hurt sometimes, but you know what hurts even worse? Being robbed blind.
So,
It's on the prize.
as you guys walk into this very large hangar, large enough to house this Gozanti shuttle, you see around the three landing pads underneath, and you see several of the dark armored death troopers kind of just walking around, milling in place. The first thing you notice, other than that, is there is no ground crew. There is none of the station. You have seen some of the workers in the stations. They're all dressed in a certain way. None of them there. You see the black suited, weird helmeted Imperial ground crews, as they're the ones that are fueling the ship. They're the ones that are checking the landing gear, as if the ground crew that normally works this hangar are nowhere to be seen.
They're the smart ones.
The
So I'm gonna tap on the data pad and pull up a map or a blueprint, factory blueprint of Gozanti, and start identifying where we need to get the parts that we need, as well as make it look like we're working on the hyperdrive, which I am totally going to sabotage permanently.
What part are you going after first?
Well, we're here to look at the hyperdrive. So anything on the way to the engine compartment that we can explain away as part of the system.
Okay, you looking at the ship, roll me what would what roll to figure out where these parts would be.
A marble. That's what with the way I've been rolling. We're gonna lean into tech because it's my best skill.
Gotcha.
Well, it's not my best. Stealth is my best skill. So yeah, we're gonna lean into stealth to plot a stealthy route to give us to keep us out of line of sight as much as possible, but give us the most efficient route to get to the pieces we need, and still make it look like we're supposed to be there.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. I can buy that for $1.
Leaning into stealth here.
Hey, look at that.
look at
I
that.
rolled over a 5
Look at that
for a
shit.
23.
Okay, with a
Love to
23,
see it.
with a 23, the first thing you think of is if you want to plot out the hyperdrive, the closest thing is going to be Ludo's part, which is going to be in the engine room. But you working on the hyperdrive with a 23, you working on the hyperdrive is going to buy you, if you can be convincing enough, can buy you looking at alternative systems in the ship if you can convince them that the hyperdrive's fucking with it, or the power draw is fucking with it, or something. How, you know, with a 23, Watt can come up with some things.
Watt can bullshit his way into trouble.
Sounds like we need to bypass the hyperdrive. Good plan.
So with that, gonna kind of take that as a plan, and so we're gonna go to engineering first and look at the hyperdrive, and I am gonna like almost in a like suddenly I'm Danny Ocean kind of moment in this Ocean's 11 reference, and I'm like tasking people to do things along the way, and it might sound like gobbledygook to you, but I'm explaining, no, it's the red wire, and you're looking and there's like no fucking red wire anywhere. But there's one slightly pink wire that might have been red once, kind of thing. And so I'm gonna get the rest of the crew moving so that they look like they're supposed to be there.
Okay.
Part of this.
All right. So Watt, I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to leave it up to the party. I can let Watt choose and use his tech skill to coach you guys on where to go, or I want a group performance check using whatever skills you're going to do to be convincing.
That one.
More interesting one. We should do that.
All right, I'm going to
Agreed.
go around the table, starting with Derek. What skill are you using to sell Watt's con? What skill are you using?
I mean, I'm also like a mechanics expert on this.
All right.
So I'm gonna add to that, and Watt is gonna lean into stealth. And the reason Watt is gonna lean into stealth is because Watt is gonna get inside the like hull of the ship, chasing down wires, and I'll be doing that from the guys, following instructions and, you know, calling back and helping him identify power leakages and things like that. But in reality, what is fully disconnecting the other systems so that there are problems for us to chase down. And I'm in the air ducts, etc., the things that Watt would have done as he was disassembling ships for the Empire. And so I know what to disconnect in order to make it look convincing.
All right. Tisk, what are you doing? I can't hear
You're
you.
muted, bud.
Yeah, you're muted.
No, we still can't.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
I am going to lean into sleight of hand on grounds that I have like broken down tools and placed them into the toolkits and things along those lines. So not only like my demolitions kit, but I've probably worked in some things for Watts, like slicer, those lines, like stuff that I do also have some tool proficiencies and whatnot in. So like as Watt is moving into things, I'm like handing him tools that are not just standard tools, that, like without people being able to notice the additional things that I'm giving Watt to do his thing.
Okay. And Thule.
So very, very similar to Watt, but in a much less formal capacity. Thule is proficient in technology as well, but mainly from a perspective of jury rigging pirate ships so that we don't have to put in the dock. So Thule is going to use tech to reverse engineer some of the problems he's solved previously in his life to try to create those problems in accordance to what Watt is doing. So a much less formal manner.
All right.
I just had an idea. So as Shug sees what Watt is doing and starts as he starts causing malfunctions, I'm like, hey, we're here to chef, right? What's a problem that we can cause that develops slowly that we can ship for?
I was thinking, what's the problem we could cause that'll develop slowly that the ship will detonate?
Well, we need them all off of the ship while we take all of these parts off of the ship. And then we can still leave the problem there.
No, we don't.
I mean, if we want that thermite cannon.
Natural 20. I have removed the threat detector from the inside.
You think? We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, I mean, like that's where Watt's going. That's what Watt's about it.
So maybe that's where Thule will go. So while Watt is thinking much larger end game of, vapor space. We will be doing the short-term evacuating different areas based on kind of setting bugs or jury rigging different sets of the suites, I guess, since we're referring to the part.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Okay, 18. And let's see, Shug, what was your role?
Yeah, so that I want to fuck around with the docking mechanisms for the TIE fighters on the outside, like try to lock them in place or make sure that they map in some way.
Okay.
No one in the TIE fighters, like something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
We just need our shuttle close enough to detonate his remote grenades.
I think I detonator at this point.
21, Bill.
Okay. So the combination of you
And build. Yeah, so on mine, for what it's worth, I rolled really poorly initially,
Use
and then I
your-
used my inspiration
yeah.
and re-rolled. I got a 13 on the second roll.
Yeah, I saw the second roll and I kind of figured out what you did. I was like, he
Yeah,
uses
I
it.
was just explaining why there was a second roll there. So
I trust you guys. So all of you work.
And I've got the pit droids like walking around, mapping out to my data pads, mapping out where the Imperials are.
Okay.
Nice.
So as you
Like they're walking up to panels and looking at things, but they're actually mapping where the
All right. So all of you set out to your regular task, making it rolling really high, making it look like you're doing what you're doing. Focusing on the hyperdrive room as soon as you get into engineering, able to bring up these pulling cords and everything to bring out these malfunctions throughout the ship. Eventually, you guys make it to the hyperdrive room where there's 3 engineers, all of them kind of looking at the hyperdrive, one of them trying to fix it. As you come in, he's got his helmet off, totally not in Imperial regs. His uniform is kind of tied around his waist. As he's deep into this hyperdrive, you just hear him speaking. Why did they have to get rid of him? Out of all the people to leave on Coruscant, they leave our head mechanic. I have no idea how to fix this thing. Has that base-centered mechanical group come here yet? As he pulls himself out of the hyperdrive and turns around and sees you guys enter the hyperdrive chamber. Oh,
Hi, we're here.
oh, thank goodness. Here, give them space. You two report to the ground crew. I'll handle them. And you see the other two younger ensigns just. All right, and they take off and leave. He looks as they leave. This one Imperial with his Imperial jumpsuit kind of tied around his waist. Looks at you. Oh, thank God you're all here. I've looked so bad. I don't know how to fix one of these things. I haven't been on the ship long.
Well, that's what we're here for. You can go.
I think they get upset if I have to leave.
No, we'll take care of everything. That's why we're here. He's an expert.
Oh, trust me. I trust all you. You probably know more than I do.
That is true.
Right. So, why are you still here?
Because I
Can I
have.
have some calf?
Oh yeah, we've got a dispenser right over here. What size does a little guy like you take?
Extra large.
And he walks over to just a sidewall.
Holy shit,
and he starts.
I feel like this is like absolute application of caffeine to someone with ADHD that it probably like calms them down instead of actually like amps them up.
Yeah, probably.
So as he's punching in the sequence on the dispenser, he looks back. So where are you from? Are you from Oberon Station?
And then I very pointedly turn and start surveying the hyperdrive.
Yeah. So give me a tech check to troubleshoot the hyperdrive.
I'm gonna do an investigation check, and because I have an eye for detail, it's my racial trait, eye for detail. I get to roll at advantage.
Okay.
Is this like we're no longer doing the Watt in the walls kind of thing? I'm confused as to have we moved past that montage and now we're starting over?
No, this is pretty much where we're going. I wanted to know what you guys are going to do on the way to the hyperdrive to sell the ruse, basically. And that's what you came up with. Like you said that you have artificially manufactured other things that are going to pop up when you're working on the hyperdrive. And with a 23, I figured that once you guys started working on the hyperdrive, you can start selling oh, look, this is going on over here. This is going on over here.
Understood.
Yeah.
So while he's doing this, Watt is at a panel where it's a Star Wars panel, right? So it's just a bunch of blinking red lights and
shapes,
lines in between them and a knob and nothing else.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, oh, the power feed backflows into your life support system. Why did they do this? That's not regulation.
He walks over and he
And, like spouting off like these things that are supposed to be imperial regulation.
What?
Because Watt doesn't really know what was regulation and what wasn't.
What roll do you want to make to sound convincing?
I don't want. We're just gonna go with tech.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give myself. We're back, boys. 14. It's not too bad.
My God.
I rolled a 6 on the die.
So he comes walking over as you're pointing on this, and he's leaning down to where his head is even with yours, and he's got 2 cups of calf, one in each hand,
Oh, thank you.
and he's following your words, nodding his head, going, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know you're full of shit.
Okay, got it. Can I get an insight check on this guy to see if he is actually an engineer or not?
Okay.
My insight's not great. Right.
Oh, I wanted to be
I-
a 14 so
I
bad.
have rolled above a 10 twice. One of those was a natural 20. Yeah, I got an 8.
With an 8, it's not that bad because this guy obviously is a greenhorn. As in, you see his uniform, brand spanking new.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Coruscant.
What part?
Oh, the upper city. He looks around. I actually got out of the academy early when they signed the art. I technically didn't graduate yet.
That's okay. You'll do great.
Can I ask you a question?
And Watt freezes. Like, this is an Imperial leaning down close to him, and he just blanks. What?
What are you?
I'm a specialist.
No, I know that, but
Good answer.
But your species, I've never seen anything like you before.
I just kind of look, and it's the slow head turn. And Alexander's behind him, like, and you can all see Alexander's 2 irises, like, going.
The blade is starting to fold out of his arm.
Yeah. I'm a Watt.
You're a
Why don't you let him get started on his work? We can direct any questions you have.
Oh,
and
oh.
Thule comes over, and the same way he was kind of moving Tisk along, he's moving the Imperial along now.
he stands up and he looks down at. Oh, I'm sorry to bother you, and he holds his hand out, palm up. He says, "Hi, my name is Walden."
I give him 5.
No, he's holding his. You give him 5. He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, it was nice to meet you. You're very, very smart, and I'm learning a lot from you."
Oh, why you gotta make me like him? Damn it, Bill.
Walden's adorable.
Right? Either Walden's joining the revolution or he's dying in an explosion. I haven't.
So
At this point, Watt is getting into the tubes, going into the bowels of the ship.
Series of tubes.
Yeah, it's just to get on a comm link with Shug and start making ship break,
all right.
or making it so it will break in 10 minutes, kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So, Shug, as you're looking into the hyperdrive, you eventually hear a voice behind you. So, what's wrong with it?
So I rolled a 21 on my investigation.
So, from what you can tell, this hyperdrive, true to Imperial fashion, has not seen maintenance in a long time. But one thing you do find while you're in there, you find a fully functional, brand spanking new additive fuel converter.
Well, here's your problem. First of all,
That's bigger than
sorry,
you.
go ahead.
It's bigger than you.
Yes.
yeah, go ahead, Gabe.
I just had a random. This thing hasn't had it well, right? So it's like we need to take it out.
Oh yeah, already there with you. All right, so you asked me what's wrong with it, and the easier thing to say is what's not wrong with it. This thing hasn't seen service in probably 6 cycles, 7. I don't know. But yeah, well, that's a problem. It's a hyperdrive. This is an important part of the ship.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's a whole lot tied in with this thing. Look, you've got power running here to the thermite cannon. You've got power running here, and it's all interfering with the hyperdrive. So there's only one way to fix this, and that's to take the whole thing out.
The whole hyperdrive?
Yeah, we got to take it out. We got to make sure the parts of it are working well, and if they're not, then we replace those parts. And there's no way to know until we get the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Just from what we're looking at here, though, it's bad.
Yeah,
Real bad.
that all makes sense to me.
How did you even get here? You working on your backup hyperdrive? How long did it take you?
Oh, we got here on this, and it kind of blew. Right when we were coming out towards Antilles, we were coming here to fuel anyway. It made this.
All the way here.
Yeah, it was smoking and a bunch of sparks came out. It was very scary.
Well, we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen again.
Oh yeah, I get yelled at a lot.
Next time it'll be way more sparks.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I need a vote, guys. Is he joining the revolution?
And
Oh no, he chose the wrong side. He dies.
and what's your name?
If he's from the upper world of Coruscant, he had all sorts of opportunities, and he chose this.
What did you say, Bill?
He looks at you. What's your name?
Dines.
He extends his hand, and you see he just extends like 2 fingers, like not the whole hand, but like.
I shake it. Yeah.
I was like, "Hi, my name's Walden, and yeah, you guys are so nice. Everybody,
Walden, what are you doing on this ship?
they came in and they told a lot of us Academy people that we had to leave, that we had to evacuate Coruscant. We've kind of been flying around a little bit, trying to find orders. I think we finally figured out where we're going though.
Oh yeah. Where's that?
Oh, we're going to the mid rim.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of the 2 guys that were with me, they're like me. They just come from the academy. We've had, honestly, I just started astro navigation last week. We haven't even been over maintenance yet. I'm supposed to be an ensign on the
No
bridge.
kidding. I couldn't even tell.
Shook, you look up, like you're looking up at him, right? And then you look past him, and then there's this maintenance hatch that's open, and Watt is just there like this, and you can see his little feet kicking behind him. He's just listening, hand on his head, or head on his hands, just kind of feet kicking, listening to the story.
Well, Walden, you ever think of just join? You seem real good at this mechanics type thing. You understand everything I'm putting down. You ever think about just joining up with a mechanics crew, like on some place like Antilles?
I thought about it but to be honest, the reason I'm an Imperial is my brother. He was an Imperial, and our parents they passed away, and he joined the Empire to provide for me and my little sister. And when I came of age, I joined the Academy, and I felt like it was a tribute to him because he died on the Death Star.
A lot of people died on the Death Star.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Some might say that the Imperials are prone to folly. Would you not agree?
Well, I mean, it was pretty silly that you know we've heard a lot of stories about the terrorist attack that blew up the Death Star that killed my brother, and I mean, like I said, I try to stay out of the politics of it, and I want to honor my brother, and he was nice, and plus when I joined up, I can help provide for my sister. I don't know what she'd do if I was gone.
Okay, well, let's see about this.
All right.
I don't know what to do.
Right.
Sister's still on Coruscant. Or she'll wind up at
Oh
Do
jeez.
do they get accidental death and dismemberment? Because he's definitely gonna be dead and dismembered at some point.
All right, well, I'll go get a Hydra spanner, and I'll help you take out this whole hyperdrive. It can't be that complicated, right?
You know what? It's one of the most complicating things you can do on a ship. I promise you, we don't really need your help.
Then it's a learning experience.
At that point, Watt pops back in and says, "Waldy,
Yeah.
can you go to the mid-breaker and start cycling down these systems?" And I'm just gonna hand him a little data chit, and it's like,
All of them.
yeah, it's like any system that wouldn't send off alarms, but would like take hours to cycle back up. It's not weapons, it's not life support, it's not the obvious one.
He
Refund mechanisms.
Yeah.
Literally the
yeah,
evil trees, yeah.
yeah. He's looking through the list. He's like, oh, okay. I think I understand what you're doing, buddy. Yeah. I'll go. Where do I go to do this?
The mid-breaker, he told me.
He'll take you, and I'm gonna point him at Alexander.
Yes.
Alexander has been uploaded with the map, and he's gonna take him to basically the fuse box of the ship and have him start cycling down, and he's just gonna leave him there. And then we're tasking dude to cycle down all these systems. So like it's gonna start to get stale and stinky on the ship. And
Okay. He looks, and as he's walking out with Alexander, he looks back. He's like, it's been great. You guys are awesome. We're gonna fix this together, all of us, right?
Yes, we can.
Alexander just goes,
And as
Can we
he's
fix it?
as he's walking out and the door's shut, you just as he's walking beside Alexander, he turns around and looks at Alexander. And what's your name? It's the door's shut.
This poor guy.
This poor guy is, like I said, he's either joining the revolution or he's dying. He does join or die. Those are your choices.
He's been given the carrot. He can choose the stick if he wants.
Right.
So at this point, we get down to let's get down to business.
All right, so
Defeat our imps.
you are left alone in this hyperdrive chamber.
That's what I asked for, Sim. Sorry.
All right, so alternative fuel converter needs to get yanked. I need to start cycling other systems so that I can go get the threat detector yanked. And then we need to figure out how to get the other stuff. Well, Gabriel doesn't know what all the other shit is, so.
So essentially, the two things that we had starred on the list still were the threat detector and the thermite cannon. And the thermite cannon was 100% just a want. Our freighter can't even fire it yet because we didn't put the stats in to get up to a 17. We left it at a 16. So until we stat boost our freighter anyway, we can't even activate the thermite cannon.
Yeah, but do we take it anyway?
Like until then, it's literally just like a threat piece on the ship.
Until then, people are gonna see us and be like, "What the fuck? They have a
This
thermite."
is why I can't leave you guys anywhere. So
The
basically,
plan is to
Watt.
is to be able to shoot it. We just can't yet. That's okay. We'll get.
So what you've told Watt is it's a crucial, vital piece of equipment that we can't.
Absolutely. So from Thule's perspective, that is 100% accurate.
So you-
Thule wants this bad.
You just want to give the you just want to give the bad baby like BD.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. As if it doesn't already have that. Come on.
Oh man, if somebody's not painting a giant pinup on the side of it by the end of this episode, there's a problem.
All right, so
what? While he doesn't have a whole lot else to do right this moment, Tisk is gonna find a console or a data pad or something in here somewhere, and start trying to like pull up logs of like specs on the ship and whatnot, and see if there's anything else interesting that is installed on the ship
okay.
that we might want while we're here.
While we're shopping.
All right, so while
So do you want me to put into Discord the things that were also on the list that didn't make it to the? So I starred the 3 things that I thought would be most beneficial, but I have a list of 8 things.
I mean, I thought it would be funnier to get Bill to tell us exactly what the specifics are for everything on this ship right on the moment off the cuff. But I mean, if you want to give me a list, sure.
Lame.
Make Bill work. Bill, that's up to you. I'm happy to provide this list, and you can say yay or nay to it as you get time to look over it, or you can.
Having a list, of something that like we've talked about would make sense because like I don't know what half this shit probably is, so I'm probably going through looking for the things that we've talked about or that Tisk has heard reference that people have made comment of like that'd be nice to have.
Threat detector. I know what that is.
So I'm basically just looking for things while everybody else is doing stuff and I don't have anything else to do of like, what else they got?
give me an investigation check.
Yeah. So investigation is perfect. And in fact, I am going to utilize my assess the situation.
Yes, please assess the situation.
Superiority die to add a d4 to that. So let's see, we'll do investigation 4. No, that is a terrible roll. That's a big ol' 8.
8.
Despite a +3 on the d4.
Okay, with an 8.
I've been rolling, man.
With an 8, as you're scanning through, you're seeing a bunch of Imperial gobbledygook. A lot of stuff that Tisk would just look at and be, you know, what, or Thule, or, you know, Watt or Shug would probably know what you're seeing, but you're just scanning through. You see troop deployments. You see a lot of different ranks when it comes to the amount of stormtroopers that are stationed on this ship. You see a lot of stuff that's been thrown together. With an 8, you can't really tell what a lot of this is, but one thing that's sticking out above all else, this is very disorganized, almost as if stuff has randomly been thrown onto this ship, as if it was the last helicopter going out of Saigon.
So given that I can't really like make sense of anything from like the technical specs that are on here.
Oh, I wasn't done.
I would like to ask if Tisk can just get distracted and lean into what he knows.
Oh,
What
I
is there in
wasn't.
the way of munitions?
Well, that's what I was getting at. I wasn't done. With an 8, nothing really sticks out. You don't really care about the large number of troops that are assigned to the ship all of a sudden. You really don't care about what equipment is on this ship or the ranking or experience of the personnel on this ship. But the first thing that Tisk sees that sticks out of everything with an 8, case of fragmentation rockets.
Oh no.
But the first thing you think of,
does.
but the first thing you think of is like, oh, it's a ship. Of course they have rockets. Then you see personal equipment attached to it.
And portable.
Yep. I need it. Where's it at?
So as you start scanning through with an 8, you start seeing the obvious. You start seeing creative handheld rocket launchers, inflammatory rockets, ion rockets, fragmentation rockets, as you've seen. Basically, there is a stockpile weapon cache in the freighter hold. Stuff that was thrown on here as they exited Coruscant.
They were just keeping it for us.
Yeah.
Guys, we're taking a ship. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so like at some point I've gone through looking at stuff and then I just like I pull the data pad over and I bring it over to Thule and I just show Thule and then I just start scrolling the like list of munitions and whatnot that's in here and I just stare up at him with this big toothy smile. No words, just emotions. Just keep scrolling.
In Dosh, Thule will hiss and click back to you. That looks pretty. Whatever space is left on the hover the hover lift.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like start like taking stock of what all things are on there, how much in like weight and size we're talking about what's on here, and start trying to figure out what it would take, how we could get as much of this off the ship as possible, depending on kind of how that would go. Up to and include, you said all of this was in the loading bay?
Per the data pad that you're looking at, per the information, and per your search, yeah, it should be in the cargo hold.
Yeah, up to and including what it would take to potentially just jettison it out of the cargo hold so that we can just tractor beam it wherever we want to go. So looking for options.
All right, so real quick before we end here, I know what Thule and Tisk are doing. Shug and Watt, are you guys removing the fuel coupling or the fuel converter?
Seeing as it's bigger than me, I will need Watt's help.
Yeah, that's fine. Well,
If there's physical work that needs to be done for somebody that's larger, Tisk is also just waiting around for something to be told to do. But like, this is what I'm looking at in the meantime, so.
All right, give me a combined tech check, the two of you, to remove this.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking good. I bet we can break 40.
buddy, you've seen how I've been rolling, right?
Well, I believe in you because I'm helping you this time.
I rolled a 3, and I got a total of 11.
Well, I got a 24.
So you still almost got there.
So we
Almost broke
40.
40.
So I was really helping you.
Okay, what's the
I
grand
kind of want to
total?
go back and see if I can.
What's the grand total together?
35 based off
35,
of the
yeah.
Okay,
35, yeah.
so this is going to be an example of what we're going to be doing with here. You guys rolled a 35. You beat my personal threshold. Not only do you get the part unbroken together, you have one alternative fuel converter. You can do one negative thing to the hyperdrive that you got since you got so high, and you can tell me when it happens. Think of it as a held action.
Hell yes.
Give me a trigger and tell me what it is.
Specifically to the hyperdrive, though?
Yes. Give me a trigger and tell me what it does.
So as we're sitting there talking, Watt and Shook are like just techno babbling back and forth. And Watt points out this, it looks like a coolant line, but the coolant is actually incredibly volatile.
You can't automatically blow up the ship.
No. But the coolant, if exposed to oxygen and under pressure, is actually incredibly volatile, and it will cause a cascade of failures throughout the system and just completely ruin it. Just absolutely destroy the hyperdrive. And Watt looks at that and goes, and probably release noxious gas into the engineering. But you know.
Well, we don't want it to happen right when they jumped into hyperspace, though. We want it to happen. We want them to get away from the system, right?
Okay, so they get away from the system.
So how do we make this delayed?
And Watt points at this other spot that actually interfaces with the astronavigation system, and it moves everything by 1 decimal place when they start inputting coordinates.
Oh, okay.
So
That's rude.
They
Instead of going through a fucking star. Black hole.
not Watt's problem.
Okay.
So either we sabotage this and they're all gonna die eventually, or we sabotage this and they're all gonna die eventually, and Walden comes with us.
Okay,
the
so-
options.
So to get this straight, you're now changing it to where the
No, I'm asking. I am conferring with my colleague.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm down with it.
Which one?
Oh,
So if it's the hyperdrive one, then I think it should just shunt them out of hyperspace. Like it'll emergency shut down, shunt them out of hyperspace in the middle of somewhere.
right.
You know.
They're essentially the same option though. Like, oh.
but yeah.
I mean, one of those is going to leave them stranded with question mark on how to get much of anywhere. The other one is like a big old question mark of what the
Where are they gonna end up?
they hyperdrive through.
Right.
But like I said,
So-
it's one negative thing that can happen when you determine to the hyperdrive.
Yeah. Personally, I think we fuck with the coolant like he was talking about, and we make it happen. I don't know, like a minute after they jump into hyperspace. Can we be that specific?
Also,
Very
I want to
slowly.
allow them. I want to allow them to get into hyperspace, and then I want it to happen. I don't want them to be in Lantilles and be like, "What the fuck?"
okay, I'll put you want the hyperdrive to fry itself while they're in hyperspace.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So we'll do accolades real quick with just you guys, and yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
I rolled an 11.
I also rolled an 11. Rollsies. 7 on the second.
10.
It's all you.
Billy.
Watt, Tisk, Thule. Or
Yeah,
Shug.
Shug.
Sorry. Shug, Tisk, Thule. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I got it in the right order. All right, Shug. Start us off.
I'm gonna give mine to Gabe for being my tech scene partner through most of this session. Actually, it was fun playing off of each other and just coming up with random ideas and shit. That was all of the things that can go wrong on the spaceship. It was good. Bill, I liked both of the NPCs we interacted with today. I liked the first, like, Lieutenant dude who came over and was like, yeah, like referring to us as lesser species and look, they're being helpful and all that racist bullshit was hilarious. But then Waldo being like an actual like nice person, like fuck you for that. It's fucking hilarious. Had me sitting here like doing mental gymnastics trying to get him to fucking change his mind about his career choices. I was like, how do I manipulate this guy into getting the fuck off of this ship? But yeah, fun session. Nice job, man.
All right. Thank you. Tisk.
Player-wise, I'm going to throw mine to Lee for our DOS translation attempts at Javrali. It just cracked me up. Like, I was just sitting back on the shuttle with all that going on in the middle of it. It was a session that our specialties were not exactly in the primary need there for a lot of this. So it was a fun little moment to carve out there with you. I enjoyed it a lot. And Bill, I'm gonna double down on the NPCs tonight. There was a lot of introduction of new random little people, including like Aurora as the dock worker. There was a lot of fun interaction there that you all had. Derek also handling a lot of those conversations kind of as we went through it, that I just felt like there was a lot of really good interplay with those NPCs, from the dock worker to the racist officers to then Walden here, like at the end. It was a fun gamut of NPCs that everybody got to interact with throughout the evening. So kudos, man.
Well, thank you. And Tully.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw mine back to Shug for the, not Shug, sorry. Derek, you were wonderful. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, well, I mean, honestly, Shug played like shit tonight. I wouldn't say anything good about Shug anyway. But for Jacob with Tisk, the no words, just emotions in the list of explosives and personal rocket launchers was fantastic. a very toothy smile and no words, just emotions.
Thanks.
That was solid. Bill, I'm gonna triple down, but I'm gonna leave out Walden because I'm a heartless bastard and he did not pull on my heartstrings at all. He chose the wrong side. He deserves to die, and I hope he burns. And I will Samuel L. Jackson my way through this entire Imperial ship if I have to. But the first one with just 2 words when you introduced him was solid. Like, yeah, this guy's gonna be a pompous piece of shit, and you did it with just 2 words, and that's all I needed, and it was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And what? Now that you've returned.
Yeah, sorry, vomiting dog.
No, that's fine.
You know, just it is a thing. What did we decide on the hyperdrive malfunction?
We're gonna do a delayed coolant problem so that they get into hyperspace and then bleed out of it at some point.
It's gonna feel.
Beautiful.
It's gonna fry itself as it's in hyperspace.
All right. So, Bill, I'm going to talk about Walden here, not because Gabriel particularly, but you made him such a sympathetic character. And I was thinking about the book Lost Stars. You and I both read that, where one of the characters.
Love that book.
Kinda see it.
Love that book.
I kind of got that vibe from Walden. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was a nice, like, oh yeah, sometimes these are just people signing up, serve their country, wind up want to get into. Oh, that sounds. But and then on the player side, my favorite one was Tisk saying his name, because like the prepared, I'm gonna say this line.
That's great.
Yeah, I don't even remember what your name was. I just remember that we have Dines, and my name was Kelly.
Some very growled out clicking version of Javrali.
Perfect. So that's me.
All right.
Thanks, man.
So going down the way I can see it, I'll see Watt first. Watt's reaction to Walden where you froze up when an Imperial was in your space. I thought that I dug that. I was like, yeah, okay, I get that. I like that a lot. And Watt's just general vibe of Derek, where's my salute?
I gave him one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Derek wasn't paying attention.
Sorry.
So yeah, the vibe you were giving her out, and just Watt's reaction to Walden was very nice. Tully's reaction to the Imperial you met as you were coming in, the one that was referring to you as lesser species. I thought that was good. I'm gonna calm Watt down, and then I have to calm myself down. I like that. And Shug, your exchange with Ivor, I really liked. It's just, you had this poor shuttle dock worker that was like, you know what? Yeah, all this makes sense. I don't care. Just don't be a headache to me. And
Thanks, man. Yeah.
and Tiss, obviously, I've got to mention Tiss' reaction to seeing what's in the cargo hold.
Do something with that one way or another. And by all means, if we can't have it, neither can they.
Yeah, this is
There'll be some way in which something goes kaboom, now or later.
this is very much as I was putting it, as I stated in game. This freighter, very much one of the last ships off Coruscant.
Yeah, I like the setup of like all of the random shit.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense that they would be getting out of Dodge and just making off with as much as they can, whether it makes sense for them to have it or not.
So, toughest decision that I find as a DM in our group is giving out accolades, or well, not giving out accolades. That's easy, but giving out one inspiration. So, who got it last week? Yeah, Tully.
Okay.
All right. So I believe Tisk was the week before that. So, to me,
I think the week before that you gave everybody.
It was, yeah.
So let's do it this way. Who doesn't have one?
I think several got used tonight. Yeah. Tisk also does not have one.
Well, that fits up because my gut reaction was giving it to Watt anyway for his reaction to Walden. So I'm going to give my DM inspiration this week to Watt. And thank you guys very much for playing with me tonight. I look forward to this every Tuesday. I love spinning tales with you and telling stories, especially this very fun slapsticky story set in the Star Wars environment. As we like to say here at
not next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, we are off, as over half of us will be working at Gen Con.
Yeah.
As we like to say here at the Forever DMs, practice kindness. It is a free action. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. So bye, everybody.
Bye.